I got like action on the motherfucker.
All right.
For the first time, kickoff weekend has a Friday.
Show of hands, who remembers this girl?
Hello, I'm Janelle, and I live in a van with my pet snake, Alfredo.
Janelle Eliana.
I don't.
Does the name sound familiar? July 4th, 2019, she posted her first video about her kooky and quirky life in said van. Oh my gosh, it's so fun. Around this time, humble but impressive beginnings, about 20,000 subscribers. She posted another video. By July 19th, I gotta remove the stupid thing. She had 1 million. I gotta move the camera. Hold on. I didn't think I'd have to adjust the angle. Hold on. She had 1 million. I'm not jealous of her. Why would you say that? Shut up. I was 15 when this happened, and I remember watching her and her story and watching it all unfold and thinking to myself, wow, if it can happen to her, it can happen to anyone. One video is all it takes for my biggest dreams to come true.
Not exactly. Not exactly. Just does not happen like that.
That did not happen. Have you had such
he's gonna piss me off.
Quit your 9 to 5, be your own boss. Live the glorious lifestyle of the rich and famous just because most people generally agree that your videos give off good vibes. Then, as the foremost leading expert on this subject, don't Google that, also don't ask anybody, also don't look down just a little bit and see how low my sub count is, you can just trust me. Then allow me to shed some light on my industry. For those of you who don't know, we just hit 1,000 subscribers on this channel. Oh, please, please, keep going. Yes, clapping is the proper response to that announcement. Also, may I add, it was with our 100th upload. Oh my goodness, yes, clap louder. This is exactly the reaction I wanted. Oh my goodness. But let me be the first to say, amidst your roaring clapping, please don't stop, that all the work we put in to get to this very moment, none of it was worth it. Not at all, not even a little bit. Am I lying? About 60%, but I'm still mad. I've been making videos on the internet for 2 years, and I've changed a lot. The type of videos, my style of making videos, my process, I've grown as a creative, and I've done so much in that time. I'd like to thank the Academy, blah, 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 nobody cares. But if I'm being very honest, if I knew it was going to take me 2 years to get here, I probably would have never started. And to be very honest with you, I thought I would have reached this point a lot quicker than I did. I want to see if I can hit 1,000 by the end of the year. I just want to give this a try and see where I end up. Aw, look at me. So young and stupid. I had big dreams, you see? Everybody was going to see my unadulterated, pure, raw talent. I was gonna make videos for a living. I would be able to drop out of college. I'd be able to buy my parents a house. I'd show everybody that I grew up with and went to middle school with who didn't want to play with me on the monkey bars or didn't want to sit next to me at lunch because I wasn't one of the cool kids. They would see me online and I'd say, ha! I am one of the cool kids. Commentary YouTubers were gonna make video essays about me. I was inevitably gonna say something offensive on Twitter. I'd get canceled and I'd live the rest of my days knowing that I peaked at 19.
Yo.
It was gonna be great. That didn't happen. I didn't even get close. And to be honest, this is a failure. I'm aware of what I am. It was supposed to be a ticket to the easy life. But now that I've been doing this for a while, I've gotta say, this is a lot more work than I thought it would be.
Okay. This is a lot of work.
There's this really common assumption that this
is not a lot of work. Yeah, it's
now,
not.
Is that true? Kind
Depends.
of. Look, I don't want to say it's like rocket science or brain surgery or whatever, but I'm like, it's hard work a little bit, kind of, maybe, I don't know. Because to the average viewer on YouTube, all the work they have to do is essentially deciding which video they're going to watch while they eat lunch. They do it for 10 minutes and then they leave a like. But to the person making the video, they have to brainstorm the idea, research the topic, write the script, rewrite the script, rewrite the script, wonder if they're any good at script writing, then rewrite the script. They have to record the video, re-record bits that they didn't like. If you'll excuse me, I'll just get the rest of my list here. We can edit the recording, sound design, make the title, make the thumbnail, and then do this whole process over again,
Or
forever.
yeah,
And this whole
basically.
thing gets you maybe 7 views at first. It's not very fun, if I'm being
Yeah,
honest.
yeah, it's
Because you
not.
have to get good at selling yourself. For example, if you're a middle-aged woman and you want to make videos about Club Penguin, that's fantastic.
You just
But
gotta-
you have to understand, your
yeah.
goal is not to make videos about Club
Club
Penguin.
Penguin,
It's
yeah.
to make me, a random stranger, care about videos about Club Penguin. These sound like very similar goals, but they are two completely different things. Because you don't realize how much of making videos is really not about making videos. It's about making videos seem interesting. You have to learn how to get good at marketing. How am I going to convince random strangers on the internet
Yeah.
to give up their precious time
Pretty
to watch
much.
my random crap? And this isn't something
Pretty
that we
much.
typically have to think about doing in our day-to-day life unless we work in like sales or something. If we're talking about our interests, we don't have to worry about making people care about it, because your husband or your best friend can pretend to care about your interest all they want, but I'm a stranger. I don't have to do anything for you. I owe you nothing. Another thing is the constant output. Because it's true, some days you wake up with the perfect idea, and then you get immediately into writing and recording and editing, and everything runs smoothly. You finish the video, you love it, you're laughing, you're crying. It's Oscar worthy. You put it out and you feel
Yeah.
great. That's
9
fantastic.
views. That's
Now do it again
right.
immediately.
Yeah, right. That's right. That too.
Ideas don't come to you just whenever you want, but
Facts.
whether they do or don't, you need them consistently.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
gotta make something. You can't bank on one good idea. You need them over and over, week after week, because not all of them are going to hit, and you need as many attempts as you can build up. And that task sounds really easy in theory, but in
No, it's
practice,
not.
it is annoying, stressful, and overall upsetting. But let's say you do all of that. You do all the work, you learn to sell yourself, and you're consistent with it. That is fantastic. But
Fantastic.
here's the thing. Nobody is going to care for a very long time.
Yeah, no,
And
yeah.
I hear you asking,
Yeah.
viewer, why is that? Well, let me tell you.
I don't know what it is. I don't know.
Really,
I don't know what it is, bro. Niggas are not gonna give a fuck for a long time. Yeah, people do suck. Yeah.
do you remember when YouTube looked like this? Yeah, me neither. I'm 20, not 100. If you feel old right now, that feeling is correct, because you are. But from what I've been told, when YouTube looked like this, there was only like a handful of creators for a specific genre of things, like gaming or sketch comedy or whatever Vsauce is. But now there's literally thousands of YouTubers for each genre, and there are new genres being made all the time.
Yeah.
And the fact that there is an entire genre based on copying one person is enough proof that this market is saturated. Wouldn't you agree? There's too many options. To illustrate, think of your favorite Chinese takeout place. They have no less than 5,000 items on the menu, yet you order the same 3 every time. There are just too many options, so you stick with what you know you will like and you never change it ever. But what are the chances you're gonna try the 5,001st thing they put on the menu? The new version of sugary fried chicken bites with rice. Never. You're not gonna do it. Put the sweet and sour in the bag and leave me alone. That was a really incoherent way of saying people don't like to try new things, especially when there are too many options. Also, people
I can
are
see that.
shallow. We say we want to be different, but really, we are liars, because 90% of the time, we would just like to conform to what everybody else does in peace. Don't believe me? You ever notice how in any video, somebody says hot take or unpopular opinion, it's followed by just a really boring fact of life, and then everyone in the comments agrees? If thousands of people are agreeing to something, then was it really that unpopular of an idea? Clearly not.
Not,
Because
yeah.
people like what is popular and what has already been agreed to be good. And to see that a view count is high is a subconscious way of knowing that other people have seen this and like this.
Yeah,
It would have
right.
never gotten this popular if other people didn't like it, so
Yeah,
surely
right.
I'll probably like it as well. It's your way of determining quality and to see if it's worth your time. But
Yeah.
to see a video with fairly few views comes across
like-
as low budget and frankly very loser-like. You don't want to be the first one to watch it. It probably sucks.
Yeah, right?
At the time, you're
So how does
bored
that-
and your lunch is getting cold. Are you really gonna risk it on a video that you might not like? No. Are you stupid? So you put these two ideas together, and it makes the workload for a smaller creator a lot harder than they probably realized it would be. Because at the end of the day, people are vain, and you have to put almost more work into making the video look like it'll be interesting than actually making the video interesting. Why did you click on this video? Did you like the thumbnail?
I clicked it because I relate.
Did the title interest you? If it did, great. I did my job, and that's a compliment. Thank you. But okay, let me ask you something else. Did you notice how low the view count was? Again, if you did, and you clicked on it anyway, hats off to you, sir. We appreciate your services here.
Nigga, this shit was on my home feed, so.
At David the Chew Productions. But if you didn't, be honest, if you
didn't account for the fact that it wouldn't be good.
I'm just asking this so you can question yourself, so you can feel bad, and I can feel better about myself.
Yo.
To me, it's what I imagine starting a small business is like. You're putting a lot of time and effort into a new venture that you're hoping will make some sort of money, and let's be honest, I don't care what anybody says, you're in this for the money. You're not.
Yeah, you are.
We all want money. Shut up, we all want money. I don't care if you're like, oh no, I'm only in it for the love of the game. I'm an artist. Yeah, you're an artist who wants money. So you open up shop, and literally any sort of attention is a win. And sure, it's exhilarating at first, but you start to realize quickly that the amount of work you put in is not being proportionally rewarded. But you figure, hey, if I just work for X amount of time, I'm sure it'll all be worth it in the end. And then 10X amount of time passes, and it still hasn't done that yet. And it's at this point that you start to wonder if it'll ever get off the ground, or if any of your dreams will be realized. And the interesting thing about it is that, well, I assume similar to a small business or an artist, you're not fully respected by other people until it's successful. It's not something that you can really brag about or frankly talk about openly because you think people might judge you because you're not making money yet. Am I in frame? Yeah, I am. There we go. No! Oh, my bad. I mean, no. So you're working, grinding, hustling, trying to get the kinks out and trying to get better and better with time, but it's just not working. And as crushing as this is for you, nobody's gonna care because it's not that big a deal to them. Aw, your little video didn't get as many views as you want. Aww. Most of the time, the hustle will not be respected until the results meet the expectations of other people, which sucks because a lot of the time,
you already need the results to even get. You
almost never do that in the beginning. Last week, I uploaded what was my most successful video in almost 2 years. Now I know it doesn't have a lot of views, but shut up, let me have this. And for the past week, I have obsessively watched its view count slowly trickle up. I've read every comment, I've looked at every analytic, I've observed it and watched it from the corners and shadows of YouTube Studio like a creep.
Yeah, no
facts. It's been a truly fun time for me. With that being said, I'm about to say something a little bit vulnerable, but I feel like I've created a safe space here for all of us. You ready? If this video does not do greater or equal numbers, I will set something on fire. A match, that is. The thing that's meant to catch on fire, silly. Of course I wasn't talking about a building or like a plot of land. I would love to believe this how this works. You get better and better, and with time your views and attention goes up and up, but it's not. It's never linear. It's just weird. Sometimes
it's exponential. I read the comment. The first comment really
and tags. And yeah, I'm sure that'll do something sometimes for some people, but most of the time you just have to do it again and hope.
Yeah,
which
facts.
is such an interesting mental thing.
Yeah, it is.
Said that the definition of insanity is to do the same thing over and over and over and expect a different result, but that's exactly
what's happening.
Doing. I mean, you're getting a little bit better every now and then, but you're essentially making the same thing over and over
again.
And over, and you keep hoping that it'll be different, and then it's probably not going to be. You do start to feel a little crazy. At the end of the day, it's just deeply demoralizing to put so much effort into something you know you're good at, or at least you think you are.
And see, the thing about it is, I just be trying not to, because it's like when you're working from that state of mind, it's hard to even keep doing this shit. So that's why I be trying to pick apart the good aspects of this shit, like the parts I like about this shit, why I do this. Yeah, money, cool, all of this, But obviously, I'm not making money now. So how the fuck can I be happy about making money while doing this? You know? No. In fact, I'm happy. I'm shit finally getting involved with the community like I've been trying to do. Like to see like how many videos I've made and just the course of evolution. Like this, yeah, bro. Like, but nigga, yeah, of course, niggas want to make money. Niggas want to do this, that, and the other. But it's like, I don't know. Me, I just can't focus on what I can't focus on that like right now. Like I can't focus on those aspects and work from those aspects because it's like it's gonna only um like it's gonna only like my execution is only gonna be worse if I'm working from a state of desperation or if you get what I'm trying to say.
Think you're getting better and you're improving day by day, and yet it's never
I have to
getting
be
a chance
nigga.
to
I gotta
succeed.
think the shit. I gotta.
It
Hey,
makes you question, am I good at this?
nah.
Am
I gotta. I
talented?
gotta.
Am I funny? Is this worth it?
Nah, this nigga's funny as shit.
That was a lot of self-pity, wasn't it? My bad. Yes, it is easy to think like that.
That's funny
You
as
need to
shit.
lock in, all right? This is the happy part of the video. You ready? Put the numbers aside. You ever make something that genuinely made you happy?
Right?
It's funny.
Like, bro, like this is what I'm talking about. Like, I like this shit. Like, this shit
well
is.
edited, or it's just overall, it makes you feel creative. You ever get those feelings? I really hope that feeling never goes away because it is genuinely fun and
Yeah.
enjoyable. So in that way, you always know there's some sort of sentimental or emotional benefit that you get out of this, some sort of reward that you feel an inner pride. You'll always have that no matter what.
Yeah.
Well, you'll always have it as long as you're trying.
Yeah, right.
Okay, back to the numbers for a second. It is so easy to blame everything on the all-knowing and all-powerful algorithm.
No.
Riddle me this, Sherlock. Is it possible that maybe,
Just maybe niggas don't fuck with
your
your
videos
videos.
suck?
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I've been there. Every bad title, every boring thumbnail, every stupid idea, every 2-month hiatus followed by feeling bad for yourself, then announcing that you were gonna get back into it, making 2 videos, they both flop, and then going on an even longer 2-month hiatus. How can it be even longer? They're both 2 months. I don't know. I
Jesus
was
Christ.
there through all of this, all right? We are in this together, but it gets better. Because you just have to accept that, yeah, I might suck at this. Most people do. But you get over it. You get better. And then eventually, you suck less. The question
Yeah.
is for you, is it worth the effort to get from here, where you suck and you're bad at this, to get over here, where you're slightly less worse at this? Because it's a long journey. And for some people, the answer is no. And that's fine. It's good to get that out of the way now so that you can spend your time doing something that you would enjoy and that
Yeah.
you would get better at. But if the answer is yes, we've got work to do. It's very important
Definitely.
that as much as possible you remove your emotions from this process, or at the very least, do not let them
Try to get-
dictate your actions.
Yeah.
That's what-
See, it's like you're operating from a state in which that's not transcending you above the problem. Like, if let's say I just got robbed, and I'm thinking out of, I mean, there's so many different emotions you could feel, but if I'm operating from that reactionary, oh my gosh, like, let me do that, like let me do this. You feel me? Like I might do something stupid, or like I might not make the most wise decision because but I mean, how can anybody be calm about that? But it's like typically that is the harder thing to do. Like if you're like it's hard, bro. It's hard.
We discussed in the
You gotta
previous
work on that,
video,
though.
failure does not make you a failure. Just because you couldn't do fractions as an 8-year-old does not mean you do not deserve love. You have to view failures as a learning experience. This flopped. Okay, why? What do I need to cut? What do I need to add? Post, get feedback, adapt, try again. Despite the numbers or anything else, I can always take pride in that over these 2 years, I have grown as a speaker, as a script writer, as an editor, and as a 4th thing. It has also recently changed my mindset towards work, and patience, and believing in myself. Not too much, but also not too little. You gotta find the balance, but I've learned
Yeah,
it.
right.
I'm doing it, and now, even if this were the last piece of media I ever made, at least I now have an entire library of dumb ideas that became reality. And no one can take that from me.
Right?
Well, unless YouTube deleted my channel, but that would be rather...
That's what I'm saying, bro. I'm subbing to him, bro.
Niggas hop in that car and they get up with you. With the Austin, them boys getting hit up with you. Talking harder, that shit make me harder. That shit make me smarter. I'm better off being with you. Hurt me deep if you think I